Welcome to BluSKY Video as a Service presentation. BluSKY Video as a Service has many key differentiators in the marketplace. For starters, it's part of the entire BluSKY unified security platform. This video by itself is very powerful, but video when combined with access control, alarms, operator activities, intercom, and analytics becomes very, very powerful. We use a hybrid architecture. We combine the best of both worlds, cloud plus on-site hardware. We also have many multi-site capabilities so that you can have hundreds or thousands of sites all over the world, all controlled through a single interface, single login, single password. We also support many different types of MDRs, so you have your choice in the marketplace of the type of MDR that you want to use. Or if you're in a situation where you have multiple vendors, you could take advantage of our integration with all those platforms. Our entire platform is browser-based so that you don't need any software and you can look at any content on any device, anywhere, at any time. We also built it mobile first, so any mobile device can be used with BluSKY. This makes responding to alerts, the verification process, and response using video very, very simple. We also support video in lots of different forms, including on interactive maps, as well as on dashboards. Our architecture leads it to much less infrastructure cost with no dedicated networks, no connectivity required, no VPN, or any of the ongoing costs that drive up the total cost of ownership for any type of video platform. In terms of our subscription costs, we are lower than the industry standard, very competitive on cost. The platform also works very, very well for global or security operations centers in general because of its ability to combine things all together on a single pane of glass. We also provide a single version of the truth since everyone's looking at the same data and database, so global collaboration and situational awareness is made very, very simple. And lastly, first responders can be alerted when there's an issue at a BluBØX site, and a link can be sent to them where without any software, they can view all the cameras, look at recordings, control doors and alarms, look at the visitor logs, and control every aspect of the system. In terms of BluSKY as a product and how video as a service fits in, BluSKY is an enterprise class security platform with unlimited capabilities and scalability. The business model is on demand, pay as you go and pay for what you use, so you're not being overcharged at any time for the services that you're consuming. All the applications within BluSKY are provided unified out of the box. They're all integrated together. There is no costly integration. Things don't break down when software gets upgraded. We combine the platform with artificial intelligence, access control, alarms and intrusion, video, visitor and vendor management, elevators, destination dispatch control, biometrics, intercom, power management, and system health. We use the hybrid architecture to use the mobility and scalability of the cloud with the robustness of on-site hardware. All of our hardware is open hardware, so it's a risk-free investment. And all of our software is open and connects to everything through our API. Our system is mobile first, it's mobile centric. You have 100% functionality on any device, anywhere, at any time. The system also has a database architecture that allows multiple systems to be set up independent of one another and then combined later, many sites to be set up and combined later, and then a multi-tenant database, which allows do-it-yourself tenant administration. The interface is very simple to use. It's very flexible, very customizable. And it also provides 24/7 intelligent monitoring and diagnostics where the software is looking at every event and determining if something is going sideways. With BluBØX, you also have a double layer of support with the integrator as the first response and BluBØX as a second response. Every month, we provide improvements to the product through monthly upgrades. All of that is included in the service fees. And ultimately, there are just many capabilities within BluSKY that aren't found in other products. To give you an idea of what BluSKY looks like, here is a dashboard showing all the different functions within BluSKY. You've got video from 3 different sites, control points for automatically starting and stopping anything, or issuing single button controls and alerts, interactive maps that show you cameras, elevators, doors, alarms, monitoring points, intercoms, all of your alarms, control of all of your doors and turnstiles, control over all of your elevators. There's visitor management, vendor management, photo ID pop-up for when a card is scanned at a particular reader, the ability to provide intrusion detection and arming and disarming any alarms, and real-time events of things that are happening within the system. So you can see on this single pane of glass, you have everything you'd want to know about your particular facility. And this entire dashboard is customizable. In terms of BluSKY and how it works, customer sites are configured in BluSKY. The NVRs are defined, the cameras are defined, people, permissions, what they're allowed to do on the site. Then the NVRs are installed on site and connected to the network and the internet. Also installed on the NVR is the BluSKY video integration software. That's what talks to BluSKY. The NVRs call out to BluSKY to establish a persistent connection and bidirectional communication. There's no inbound ports needed to be opened. There's no VPNs or applications that you need to run. Everything works both on and off network through a browser. If you're on the network, then video is locally streamed. If you're off the network, then video is streamed to the cloud and then to the user's device. The entire interface is through any web browser from anywhere at any time. And we also have a BluSKY mobile app, but that is not required. All events are instantly sent from the local system up to the cloud for processing and then sent out to anybody that's listening or wants to see that video or event. All administration and control requests are sent to BluSKY and then sent down to the respective NVRs to be processed and executed. Everything happens in real time, usually under less than a second, no matter where you are. So this is how simple it is to connect existing NVR solutions to BluSKY or greenfield work. One of the great advantages of cloud-based video management is that you can manage all of your cameras and all of your NVRs across all of your sites with a single login, one password. You can manage all of the camera details, the rules, notifications, integrations with access control and alarms, and operator activity. And it also provides real-time system health information centrally across all of your sites, where you can see whether cameras are up and operational or NVRs are up and operational. Here's an example of a couple of thousand cameras spread out across maybe 100 sites. You can select any one of these sites to determine what the particular camera is, how it should be configured, what the resolution on the camera is, what NVR it's connected to, what the frames per second are. So all of your camera information can be defined. You can also define rules of what happens when something goes on with that camera. For example, in this case, this is a video motion rule that says when you've got video motion in this particular front door camera, then send an email to this distribution list and include video 5 seconds before the event, 5 seconds after the event. You can create as many rules as you want for as many cameras across as many systems as you want. To give you an idea of the BluSKY video wall capabilities, all of your systems that you have defined are shown on the left-hand side, with each of your cameras being shown underneath your particular system. In this case, you can set up as many views as you want. When you pull up that view, it'll bring up the cameras associated with that particular definition. In this case, I've got 4 different cameras on 4 different systems in 4 different NVRs, all being displayed on the screen at the same time. Every camera can be adjusted to whatever size. If you want to look at playback of a particular camera, you just specify the date and time, or in this case, if I just wanted to go 2 minutes back from today, I just hit the submit button. This will go retrieve that video, and now this is playing recorded video back from that time. Pause it. You can expand it to full screen, bring it back, go back to live view. You have lots of different search functions. So if you want to search for all the lobby cameras across all your sites, or you want to see just the cameras that are online, or all the cameras that are offline or not configured. So I'm showing you 2 cameras here that are not configured. You can show cameras in the playlist. You can expand or contract cameras. You can change the views. So I'll say I want a 3x1, or I want a 2x4. And now I want to add additional cameras onto that. Now I've just added 4 cameras onto the video wall. If I want to change this to maybe a 3x3, and I want to make this camera much larger, and I want to make these a little bit smaller. I want to bring these over and make them a little bit bigger. You can create whatever configurations that you want. This is a very unique part of our solution. One of the capabilities of our system is that you can see everything I just showed you, but on your mobile device. You can do real-time administration, control and monitoring. You can view video from no matter where you are, because you normally have your phone with you. You can take video on a security tour. You can do facility lockdowns. You can respond to alarms with video integration. You can respond to video intercom and receive push notifications from our mobile app. So to see what that looks like, I'm going to show you the same thing, except in a smaller format. So let's, in this case, let's pretend we have got a iPhone 10. So I still have all my cameras. I've got my left nav, which hides away or comes out. I can pick a particular dashboard that I want to see, a video view, and here are those same cameras that I was using before, except now on a mobile device. If I turn the mobile device sideways, I get to still see all of the cameras just in landscape. And I can still look at playback video, 30 seconds back. Now this is showing me that same video, but 30 seconds ago. All from my mobile device. I'll rotate it the other way. In addition to live and recorded video, you can also associate video with different video events. So if I just look at video in the last hour at one particular location, so here are all my video events that have occurred during that period of time. So if I just want to see, what happened at the dock ramp, you can sort by the event, the camera, the time, the date. You can have associated information. If there's alarms, those alarm information will occur here. If it's an access control event, access control information will appear here. Could be the door that a person went through, showing both the video and the access control event. Could be operator activity. They started an event, they saw something, they wanted to record it. So all events stored in the cloud all the time. What we try and do is boil the events down to that 1% of information that's really meaningful and send that to the cloud instead of streaming everything to the cloud. In addition, we also have integration into interactive maps. You can also see video and video cameras on interactive maps. Interactive maps allow you to target where your cameras are, provide a geographical representation of the space. You can see doors, opening and closings, control elevators, intercoms, everything. So if you have a particular camera and you click on it, it will show you the live video associated with that particular camera. If you have a door and it perhaps is an alarm, you can see the live video associated with that particular door. And then you can unlock the door, release the door, return it to schedule, manage the alarms, look at recorded video, all from the interactive maps. In order to keep all of the software running properly in all of the locations, we have a way of sending out new updates, not only for the cloud portion of our product, but also for the locally installed software. In this way, we can ensure automatically that all local software is also kept up to date along with the cloud software. These are a set of built-in diagnostic tools and support tools that enable any integrator or customer to be able to see exactly what's going on with their system and diagnose things where normally you don't need to go to site. 80% of service calls can be handled remotely through our remote diagnostic tools. When it comes to pricing, there's only 3 licenses that you need: a platform license, an intelligence license, and a camera cloud recording license. In general, there's a per camera, $75 per camera one-time video integration software fee. And then depending upon the number of cameras you have, prices range from $8 to $15 per camera per month. Everything else is an option that if you want to add. If you want to include access control, you can add reader licenses. If you want to include alarm management and intrusion, you can include that license. If you want to add visitor and vendor management, there's a license for that. Certificate of insurance management and vendor management. If you're integrating with destination dispatch elevators, there are licenses for those, or relay elevators or control points. Credentials such as BluID and BluPass are also available, along with SMS text messaging. There's also less used licenses, such as the person reader, intercom, local camera recording, database integration, single sign-on, life safety, central station monitoring, residential readers, and residential intercom. That concludes our presentation. Please give us a call if you'd like a demo. Thanks very much.